So if you're looking for a sign, this is your sign. Get yourself that dream car, because this car changed my life. So if you guys don't already know, the car that I'm talking about is this Scat Pack right here. Check this thing out. This is not how I bought it when I first got it. It has been through a lot of changes, a whole lot of different colors, different tires, rims, hoods, etc. This car has truly been through some changes. It was first indigo blue when I first got it. Now it's this pink color. And the only thing that still stands on this car from when I first got it is that diffuser. That's the same diffuser that I got when I bought the car, and that's about the only thing that is still on the car. So back when I first started making content, I didn't actually even think that it would get this far. I didn't even end up building a car before this. This was the first car that I ever built, and look at how far this thing has gotten. I honestly don't know how I even managed to get to this point. I would have never even thought that I would own a car that looks like this. Now let me explain. I didn't always want this car. My friend, actually Dalton, is the one that basically introduced me to this specific car. Not this one that like I'm in right now, but he was the first one to introduce me to like a Scat Pack and tell me what it is. And the reason being is because he actually wanted this car before I did, and he was able to achieve that even before I did. So it was a white Scat Pack, and I just got super motivated because I was like, if he can get it, I can get it, you know? Like, he's a hardworking guy, I'm a hardworking guy, it's possible. So at the time I had a Honda Accord, and this car just motivated me so much that I sold the other car, and the other half, I did what I had to do to, you know, make up the money and be able to afford this car, which is actually just insane, because I would have never thought that I'd be driving around a wide body Scat Pack on airbags, with all these parts that are sponsored. To make it even crazier, I would have never even thought that I would be on the Nitto Pit Crew, which basically means that I'm sponsored by Nitto tires. This car right here has given me so much motivation, and I still have that motivation. Like, look, we're right here inside of the Scat Pack, and my life has changed. I'm not saying that my life is set by any means. I'm not like this millionaire or billionaire, but I can say that from what my life was before, it has changed for the better in terms of lifestyle and what I want for myself. And a fun fact, at first when I was looking at chargers, because I didn't know the difference between like the different stages and how they progressively get better in terms of just like the packages and options, I started to become familiar. And so I started figuring out what a GT was, what a RT was, what a Scat Pack was. And at the time, coming from a Honda Accord, obviously I would have loved to get, you know, a Scat Pack or a Hellcat. And once I started learning what those were, I wanted them a little bit more, but at the same time I didn't really like understand it fully, because I was still going from like a Honda Accord to something new. And don't get me wrong, the Honda Easy, it was comfortable, it was a 2015 Sport, you know, it was fire, but I didn't necessarily see the value in paying all this money for a Scat Pack when it looked the same as a GT. That was my mentality back then, was why am I going to be paying, you know, $20,000 extra for something that looks the same, even though I didn't realize that one's, you know, a 4-banger and one is a V8. So yeah, once I started to figure that out, you know, especially I started talking to my dad, and he started to convince me to get something just better, which essentially was the Scat Pack. But there was a point in time, I remember I had my, you know, eyes set for like a week or two on this black like GT. It was like all blacked out, and I thought it was the cleanest thing ever. Had a aftermarket hood, it was on airbags, which is like, that was like my selling point. I was like, dude, this thing is clean, bro. Like, it's clean, you know? Like, why would I want to pay $20,000 extra for something that is not even gonna look this clean? Luckily I didn't go with that, and so I waited. It was almost like, I would say like about a year of me looking for my car because I didn't want to just jump the gun and get something and then regret it. And fun fact, my dad was trying to convince me to get a Hellcat, but I said no because it was just going to be too much at the time, which I do regret. I can't lie, I do regret that decision, but I can't complain. Like, you know, I was going from a Honda Accord to now a Scat Pack. I mean, even now in 2025, that was 5 years ago, by the way. So I've owned this car for 5 years, and let me just say that it's been a journey. Like, this car has been through its ups and downs. It's motivated me, I've said that like 1,000 times, to just another level of believing in myself. I never thought that I would get this far, and we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. It almost makes me like, it almost makes me emotional to say that we're at 100K. It almost makes me emotional just to like say that we're almost at 100K, because I've just tried so hard to make it, and I was not happy working. Like, I'm crying like I'm like a millionaire or something, like I made it, but it just makes me happy because there was a time where I wish when I was working I could just drive my car and make money somehow. Like, seriously. Seriously, it seems like I'm exaggerating, but it really does seem like I might be exaggerating, because like I'm crying over like a car. But I worked so hard for this thing, and not only that, I worked so hard to get 100,000. Like, I remember hitting 100,000 on Instagram it was crazy. Like, I never thought that it would happen. I'm almost at 200K on Instagram, which is even crazier. I'm at 190K, which is just insane. But to hit 100K on YouTube, I never thought it would happen. Like, it's not that I ever doubted myself, because I knew that it was gonna happen, but for it to actually happen, and to just think about all the work that I've put in literally every single day, like, people don't understand. Like, you know, people say that they want it. I want it. I really want it. It's so hard to time manage and like really do this, but I'm here to tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. Like, I don't want to get emotional, but like, seriously, like, you need to believe in yourself, because if you set yourself to something, anything is possible. Like, I would have never thought 5 years ago that I would have 100K on YouTube and almost 200,000 on Instagram. It's just insane. And I really just want to thank all of you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And, you know, people can talk all they want. People will always talk about you no matter what you do. So just do whatever it is that you want to do, set your goal, and just know that within time, everything and anything is possible, and you will achieve it no matter how many people are talking. And there's no correct way to do it. Yeah, there's these people that will, you know, there's always going to be people that talk saying that you did it the wrong way, that, you know, I would have done it this way, he this and that. I don't care. I literally do not care. I don't understand why people always have to talk about you as if they are in your position, because they're not. Everybody does things at their own pace, in their own different way, and people need to understand that there's different ways of doing things, and that's just how it is. But look at where I am now. Like, I am literally able to drive my car around and make money just from filming. And it might not be all this money. I am not no Mr. Beast. I can say that. I am not Mr. Beast. I am not on that level, but I aspire to be on his level one day. And that is what it takes to reach that level, because somebody that is always talking and yapping and never putting in the work will never be at this level. Anybody can do it, but if you do not believe in yourself and if you don't put the work in, it's not going to happen.